example, if your company doesn't have an onboarding process and you've heard from senior leadership multiple times that they are in desperate need of an onboarding process for their clients, and you're a client success manager, what do you think your priority should be where you're going to punch up, right? Or let's say you're on the customer success team or you're the front desk manager and you keep hearing that call volumes really they're not getting any better and that we need to figure out a more streamlined approach. The leadership is telling you what the priorities are, but it's through those nuanced conversations. That is where you're going to exceed expectations. Now, everywhere else you're going to meet expectations, okay? But you are going to plug into a couple of things, because when the end of the year rolls around and they are looking at all of the metrics, but also your comprehensive contributions, you want a couple things on there that truly demonstrated that you were plugged into the needs of the organization. And not only that, but you went above and beyond where those needs were absolutely critical. So do that work to figure out what those things are so that you're not burning the candle at both ends, but you're being strategic about where you are truly applying pressure so that you can apply pressure to them when it's time to discuss your raise.
How to be taken more seriously in your next argument. There's a direct correlation between confidence and criticism. That is, the more confidence you have, the more criticism you're willing to take. So if you want to be taken more seriously, boost your confidence by getting really comfortable with criticism. Think of baseball. A pitcher throws you a pitch. Now in that split second, you have the choice. Do you like the pitch or no? If you don't like it, you just let it go by. If you do like it, well then that's a chance, an opportunity for you to hit it. A criticism kind of works the same way. Each time you get criticized, you have a choice. Do you like it or not? But too many people get in this catcher's mentality that you're the one just constantly catching the criticism. That's not it. You're the batter, you're the hitter. If you don't like the criticism, just let it go by. If you do like it, well then that's a chance for you to improve, and you get taken more seriously when you start looking for those chances, those pitches to improve. So try that and follow me. Here's how to show up for yourself. My name is Jefferson Fisher. I'm a trial attorney, and I teach people how to argue and communicate. Now, I don't know if I'm the first to tell you this, but you don't have to attend every argument that you're invited to. Get in the habit of declining with no regret. The next time an invitation comes for that argument, ask yourself the question, is this opportunity going to teach me, or is it going to cheat me of my time, my energy, my emotion? Because if I were to get dressed up and go to every argument that comes my way, how in the world would you know what's important to me and what's not? You show up for yourself by telling that other person, I can't, I'm booked, I'm occupied, I'm scheduled, I can't do anything that day. You show up for yourself by choosing to show up for the things that add value to your life and avoid the things that don't. So try that and follow me. This one piece of advice will dramatically reduce the conflict in your life. My name is Jefferson Fisher. I'm a trial attorney down in Texas, and I teach people how to argue and communicate. How often you take things personally is a direct reflection of how much grace you give other people. And maybe I'm the first one to tell you this, but you are the only one that is in complete control of whether you take something personally or not, or if you feel attacked or not, because you can't control the input of what comes to you. You can only control the output of how you respond. So when you choose grace over deciding to take something personally, you start to see that what the other person is saying is just a projection of their own insecurities, of their own fears and frustrations. And you get to take a step back and ask people questions like, are you okay? And that's how you reduce the conflict in your life. So try that and follow me. What to say when someone's had a hard day. Number one, begin your response with, that does sound. Like, that does sound stressful, or that does sound frustrating. For example, if you're telling me about your day, I can say, that does sound like a lot. When you use the word does, it's affirming, like saying you're right. That does sound like a lot that you're dealing with, and it makes them feel more acknowledged. Number two, do not bring up your day. If you begin the response with, tell me about it. I mean, my day was so bad, it's the wrong move, because it talks all about you and nothing about them. It just puts them off to the side, and it becomes a game of comparison. So unless they ask, do not talk about it. And number three, ask the question, how do you feel about it? If they tell you all about their day, you just simply ask, well, how do you feel about it? And it gives them permission to begin to process. Some people are external thinkers, external processors. Then they go from telling you about their day to deciding how are they going to feel about it. And that's going to make you a better helpmate. And that's what to say when somebody's having a bad day. So try that and follow me.
People who have the power to shut the door often haven't even created it themselves. So if you are tired of having doors constantly shut in your face, if you are tired of trying to make yourself contort to a market that frankly has demonstrated time and time again that it only values certain archetypes, which are often very subjective, if you are wanting to work at a job that is going to be fulfilling for you while also giving you the freedom to invest in your passions, if you don't want to work a job at all and you want to travel the world, whatever it is you want to do, then I encourage you to enter this contest because I'm giving away 2 copies of my book, Create the Door, because it took me 6 years of scrappy work, and I have privileges, so I want to even acknowledge that if I was still having to scrap my way through learning all of these different tips and tricks to create opportunities for myself, because I knew that if I didn't keep manifesting opportunities and quite literally saying, well, I'm just going to do that, I'm just going to create a conference then, I'm just going to create this opportunity then, okay, well, this is the type of internship I'm going to have. If I didn't keep doing that, I wouldn't have been able to scale over the past 6 years to being a chief operating officer. And you can do that as well. I'm not trying to save you a pipe dream. See how tiny this book is? Less than 150 pages, less than, because I know you don't have a ton of time. And so what this is designed to do is to walk you through exactly what you need to do, not only to provide yourself with a fulfilling career, but also to invest in your passions again, because that's also possible. It's the reason why I am not only a COO, but also a singer, dancer, actor, and author, and all of the above, truly, and have been paid for it. And so for so long, people have been made to feel like this is intangible to them. Because if you believe that you are able to create your own doors, then you'll step out of the hamster wheel. And this is a tactical way for you to not only align yourself and pivot to spaces that will absolutely celebrate you and recognize you, but also create and invest in the opportunities to scale your own businesses, scale your own artistry, scale your own investments and inventions, and support each other through the process, empowering yourself as you empower others, because we are better together than we are apart, truly. And so if you resonate with any of this, if you're tired of this crap and you want to create your own doors, then I implore you to go in the comments and answer this. Why do you want to create your own doors beyond a job? I don't want to see any submissions about, I just really need a job that, no. Why do you want to create your own doors? Real ones. We're talking about generational curse breakers here, generational barrier breakers here. And also, why now? Why do you want to create your own doors, and why now? And I'll be selecting a few folks who will get a signed copy of this book that'll be mailed to them. If you don't want to wait that long, if you're like, no, Beverly, I need it now, then you can go on Amazon. The link is in my bio, and you can start, because I quite literally concretized the 6 years of me doing this work into a digestible book in 8 steps with facts and some funnies too, if I do say so myself, and some realness. I do some shadow work stuff in here with y'all. It's real. But it is a FedExed next day shipping version of how you can create these doors fast for yourself if you will take it seriously. And I want that for you and every person in every community, because these people are not the only folks who